the information from here on. If he waves that green flag, here they come towards the starting line. Will the pace car go off this time? Chris Schenkel was in that car talking to you. It's going off. We're going to get a start. There's Pat Vidette in the corner. Watch for the green flag. He hasn't given it yet. There it goes. The race is underway. Bobby Unser going for the lead with Mark Donahue. They may leave Johnny Rutherford on the start. Yes, they have. Bobby Unser in first place. Mark Donahue is second. And now Johnny Rutherford has been passed by Swede Savage. Rutherford, the pole sitter, dropping back in the field in the very early going. Oh, I think that's Mario Andretti who got in there in third place. Yes, it is. And Bobby Unser the leader. Mark Donahue is second and Mario Andretti third. Andretti, who started on the outside of the second row, really got a good start. And he's moving up now. Jim McKay here now again with Chrissy Kanamaki. And there is Mark Donahue coming into the pits. Mark Donahue, the car's been running in second. Remember, we're still operating under the yellow here. He'll take advantage of that for pit stop.
Now, this is strategy, Jim. Here, Roger Penske is committing Mark Donahue to a 5 pit stop race. To take advantage of this very early yellow, they wouldn't ordinarily stop until 40 laps have gone by to try and get through the race in 4 stops. And here's another Johnny Rutherford in the pits. Still Donahue down. We'll see whether anybody else takes advantage of this yellow. And when they do that...
The green came back out. They got caught on that pit stop. The green came out a couple of seconds before they started to push Mark.
That means that Mark didn't lose all that much. They didn't close up too much.
Okay, but he lost quite a bit. There are the standings now. Number 8, Bobby Unser. Number 7, Johnny Rutherford, who sat on the pole, remember, is now second. He's moved up. Number 20, Gordon Johncock, is third. That's another of the Andy Granatelli Patrick Petroleum cars. Swede Savage has now dropped back. Bobby Unser maintaining that lead. Of course, he did that last year for quite a while until his car broke down, and that was the story of the Olds Night Eagle last year. Every time he could finish a race, just about it won. But it didn't finish quite enough. It did not finish, for example, the Indianapolis 500. The speed's just tremendous here at Indianapolis, faster and faster every year. Cars sleek, powerful, developing some 900 horsepower. As a matter of fact, Jackie Stewart and I had a discussion about that, the speeds and how they've changed.
Connecting rod bolts.
Al Unser, still the leader in the race. Swede Savage is second, and Gordon Johncock is third. So we have Al Unser from the Parnelli Jones team leading the race, and then teammates from the Andy Granatelli Pat Patrick team, Swede Savage and Gordon Johncock running second and third. Would be quite a showing today for the Patrick team. There is Swede Savage, you saw. Here is Johnny Rutherford in the pits again.
He's been in too often, too. That's a tough break for the pole man.
Unser still the leader. Savage second. Johncock third. This could be a tremendous race. And Al Unser going down a little low, I think, maybe coming in. There's Unser. It looks like he's going to make a pit stop. That could give Savage the lead again. Yes, he is. Oh, my God, it's Savage! Oh!
What a wreck. God, right.
The worst thing I've ever seen.
Savage.
That is the worst thing I've ever seen on a race course anywhere. One tire must have flown 100 feet in the air. I think he's in the one to the right. I can't even tell what part. Each part of the car, it's just disintegrated. The red flag, of course, is out. The race is stopped. Swede Savage is moving inside that thing. The fire there. Now Swede is wearing one of these new suits where the foam automatically goes off inside the suit. Only 4 drivers in the race are wearing it. He is wearing it. If there's any hope, it might be in that.
How it could be moving, Jim, is beyond me. I've never seen a car just disintegrate like that. You remember he made a pit stop just a little bit ago. The cars hold 75 gallons of fuel, and he hadn't burned much of that off. The race is...
Oh, somebody's been hit in the pit. A fire truck racing to the scene has hit a mechanic or somebody in the pit who's going the wrong way through the pit. They're trying to get Savage out of the car. The man was thrown in the air, hit by a fire truck. Remember now, we're talking about 2 different people. Savage, Swede Savage, the driver, mechanic. Must be a mechanic, a member of... Oh, there he is. The man in the pits.
Oh, this 500 has been jinxed from the start, Jim.
There's the ambulance coming up, too. Remember, that's the man was hit in the pits. The mechanic running out to the pit wall. I think he is from one of the Granatelli cars. He might be Swede Savage's mechanic. Possibly running out to see what, in the name of heaven, had happened out of turn 4. You see, this is visible from the pit area, but just about as they come out of turn 4. He hit that wall that you see slanting off to the left. Incredible. You know, that's the place where Dave McDonald hit the last fatality in the race. He and Eddie Sachs 10 years ago.
That's where Mike Mosley hit Mark Donahue's car 2 years ago. It's a place where Keith Andrews was killed many years ago at that very same place when it was an earthen embankment. It seems to be a very dangerous place. And just a few moments ago, Peter Revson's car was parked not far from that very spot.
Well, here is what happened. Let's see if we can see what happened conceivably. There, the car is out of shape, coming out of turn 4. He starts to turn left, and then a hard left turn, coming down straight. God help him for that
rear
wall.
Wing looks like it's coming off.
The wing came off. The rear wing came off. I'm almost certain. Look at that. The rear wing.
Hits the wall.
That has 1,600 pounds of down thrust, and then, well, I thought I saw a wheel go tremendously high when it happened. Let's
the wheel going over toward Bobby Unser across the track. And just gets by, Jim, as the car explodes to the right.
Look at that wheel. Look at that tire. How high into the air it's bouncing. It gives you some idea of the force. Some of the energy, some of it at least, being dissipated by all the parts flying off, but
the heavier part of the car, Jim, the engine part, is on the right, bouncing up and down the track. This could be digging holes in the racetrack, Jim. That's the engine and transmission tumbling.
And the driver in that bit of debris on the left. This is Vince Granatelli in the STP pits. You see that his driver and one of his mechanics, we believe. Let's go down to the pits.
For the second time in 48 hours, I'm talking with race driver Jerry Grant, who has witnessed a terrible spectacle here. Jerry, you were about 100 yards, you would estimate, behind Swede Savage when what took place?
Well, somewhere there. I was coming off turn 4 when I saw Swede probably hit the wall, and I certainly don't know exactly what happened, but I'm surmising the track is extremely oily, and everyone that I've been around is slipping and sliding and having a very difficult time. In fact, as we're shooting a complete different line through the turn, instead of going through the groove, we're coming down across the warm-up apron trying to stay out of the oil and then coming back across the oil. So I have had quite a few near misses, and people that I've been following have been slipping and sliding. And I talked to Joe Leonard back there and George Snyder, who were behind me, and they said they're all having the same problem, and there's oil all over my car.
In other words, what you're really saying to me is you've been driving on an unsafe racetrack.
Well, it's making an old man out of me.
Jerry, when you say that you nearly lost it several times, or you had trouble controlling it there, how difficult would that be? Now, are you merely telling me that you really had trouble keeping your car on the racetrack and keeping it off the wall?
Well, when you say lost it, you don't like to drive these cars sideways at the speeds we're going, and there's quite a bit of sidewards driving out there because the oil on top of the groove, and you have to cross that groove sooner or later, and trying to put the horsepower down, it makes an extremely dangerous, a very tricky situation. And
are you interested in going back out there on that racetrack as it is now and putting your life on the line?
I would sure like to see the track, for an attempt to clean the track up, because right now it's a very dangerous situation.
Okay, race driver Jerry Grant, who for the second time, as we say, in 48 hours, has witnessed it.